Yes, please. Welcome to our today's class. My name is Isangui. I am a Microsoft and Cisco instructor. Today we are going to start our first lesson. Remember, guys, this is our first lesson for our training, right? So I will try to share my screen so that you'll see. Okay. So this training is for junior network technicians, all right? So there is no need for you to have like a background in mathematics or programming or whatever. So I'm going to start from scratch, from zero. Even if you don't have like any knowledge in IT, you can start from zero with me, right? So this training will have like 10 to 15 videos or lessons. Make sure you are going to go through all those videos because at the end of this session, or maybe at the end of the training, you can contact me via email. I will send to you your certificate. But if only you can do my final examinations, right? So this training is about Cisco networking. As you know, guys, Cisco is the largest networking company in the world. So there is no other networking company bigger than Cisco. All right. Some of the guys already say that Cisco is even bigger than Microsoft. Right. So remember, as I said, this training will have 10 to 15 videos. But sometimes from next week, I will be a bit busy. But like every time, maybe from 5 p.m. So after work, so I will upload 1 or 2 videos for you guys. All right. So it's only 2 weeks. So you need 2 weeks to complete my training, right? And you contact me via email. I will send you your certificate after passing my final examinations. Thank you very much. We can start now. So we are talking about networking. First, we have to define what is network, right? What is a network, right? So when we are talking about a network, so I don't want to give you longer definitions, right? A network is a group of devices or a group of objects. Let me say it like that. So we are talking about a network as a group of objects, right? So this is what we call a network, just a group of objects, right? And those objects are connected, right? So those objects are connected. So when we are talking about a network, you have to see a group of objects and those objects are connected, right? So you can also say like a network is a group of connected objects, right? Now, okay, let me first like write this one, a network, and those objects. So easy definitions. There is no need for you to go and look for a long definition, go to the internet and so on. Even if you are sleeping, what is a network? A network is a group of objects, and those objects are connected, right? Okay, let's see some of the examples of objects, right? Of objects. When we are talking about those objects are like computers, phones, right? TV, cameras, and so on. Cameras, like printers. Those are the objects, right? So a network is a group of objects, and those objects are connected. What are those objects? Like a printer, like computers, like phones, like TVs, like cameras. Those are the objects that you can connect, right? Very easy for you guys. Now, the question is, why to connect those objects? Why connecting those objects, right? This is the main question. Why connecting those objects? right? Why you need to connect those objects? There's only one word. We need to connect those objects. We need to connect those computers, those phones, those cameras, those printers, like in order to share. We need to share. It's for sharing. So we connect the objects for sharing. Now, sharing what? Sharing of like information and resources, right? Information and resources. So you need to connect those objects for sharing. Sharing what? Like information and resources. So what are the informations? So when we're talking about like information, so they're like what? Like files, right? Remember, guys, you can share files. You can send to your friends some files via WhatsApp, whatever, for sharing files, for sharing like emails, right? Those are the informations, data, when you are sharing like information, pictures, movies, right? Between you guys, those are the informations. And when we are talking about resources, we are talking about physical devices. Those are the resources that we can share. Physical devices like a printer, right? Remember, guys, when you connect your objects, you can share a printer, right? You got like a company with 20 users, but all those users can share one printer. Why? Because they are in the same network, right? This is the meaning. Now you are ready to go, right? So what is a network? So a network is a group of objects. Those objects are connected. What are those objects? Printers, cameras, and so on. Why connecting those objects? You connect those objects for sharing what? The informations and resources, right? What are the informations like files, like emails, and so on? What are the resources like printers and so on, like cameras and right? Very easy. Now we can move forward, right? You know already why you need to connect those objects. You need also to understand how to connect those objects. How to connect those objects, right? How can you now connect those objects? Because you gave us the definitions, you told us why you need to connect those objects, but now the last one, how to connect those objects, right? You can connect those objects by using wireless, right? Like Bluetooth, like Wi-Fi, right? Or you can use a cable or cables, right? So there are two ways you can connect those objects to create a network. You can go for wireless, and wireless we do as you can use Bluetooth, you can use Wi-Fi, you can use like infrared, but we are going to discuss about them later on. We are going to see some advantages of using Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or like infrared and so on, right? But for now, when there is a questions where they're asking you why you need to connect those objects, no, how to connect those objects, very easy. You can connect those objects to create a network by using wireless or cables. And when we're talking about cables, there are different types of cables that we are going to see, like a fiber optics, like a coaxial cable, the one that you are using for TV. And we are going also to talk about the Ethernet, but later on, right? So for now, you know how to define a network. You know why you need to connect those objects. You know how to connect those objects. Without wasting my time, I'm going to go to a simulator that we are going to be using. And that simulator is for practicing because I don't want to be here just talking about like theory and so on. Whatever that I'm explaining, it's better for you to go to your devices and start practicing. So you need to download a simulator for you to practice, all right? That simulator, it's easy. You just go to the internet, like I'm going to do it now, all right? You just type right? You can just type Cisco packet accessor, or just type packet accessor, free download, right? You click there, right? There are so many ways you can download it. You can even come down here on this one, you can download it, you can come here, download it, right? So after downloading your simulator, this simulator is one of the best simulator for learning how to connect like objects, right? So when you download it and you install it and you are going to open it, right? Let me show you mine. Okay. When you open it, it will be like this one, right? So what we're gonna do first, it's like the first exercise. We are going to see how we can connect two computers, right? How can you connect two objects, right? And you know why you need to connect them for sharing like information and resources. What you have to do, so this is my simulator, right? You just come down to end the devices, you click once, you drag and drop those two computers here, right? So physically, you have two laptops or two physical computers or two physical desktops. So what you need now, you must ask yourself, how am I going to connect those two desktops or laptops? Okay, let me use a cable, right? Now for you to pick up like a cable, because we are using the simulator, you're going to just come here, you click once, so you go to connections, click once. Because you are connecting same devices, so I'm going to pick up this cable, crossover. Don't mind now, don't mind if you don't understand, just do it the way I'm doing it. You click on crossover. We are going to go deeper. You go to the first computer, you click once, you click on fast Ethernet, you go to the second computer, you click again, you go to fast Ethernet. So because we are using a simulator, right? This one, physically, it means this. You have the first computer here, and you got the second computer, right? You just look at your Ethernet cable. You're gonna come with your Ethernet cable, you go to the first computer, you plug, and you go to the second computer, you plug. This is what we call cabling, right? Even if you have 100 computers, for you to start by connecting them, you must start with cabling. What does it mean? You have to run the cables, you have to connect the cables, right? So we are done with cabling. Step number one. Step number two, we need to assign those computers specific name. Remember, guys, when you have a family, there are so many kids, right? For you to identify your kids, you need to give them specific name, like individual name, right? Like in order for you, when you call one of them and she is or is the one who's gonna come, you cannot give like two people the same name. It's gonna create a confusion. So we need to give those computers specific name, like in order for us to identify them, right? But those names, like technically, they are numbers, right? And those numbers, we call them IP addresses, right? So we need to give those computers specific number, like in order to identify them, because a network is like a family. Those computers, they are like kids. For you to identify them, you need to assign them specific number, unique specific number, like in order for you to start identify them, right? So how to assign specific number to your computer? You just go to that particular computer, you click once on top, you click once, you go to desktop, you go to IP configurations. Now you're gonna be there static, right? Don't worry about these numbers. You must type them the way it is because you're still beginners, right? Don't worry. Just use the same numbers I'm using now. 192.168.1.2. You click on subnet mask, it's gonna come like automatically, and you go to the second computer, you go to desktop, you go to IP, you're gonna punch this number, .1.3, and you click on subnet mask, right? Now, when you are done with IP addressing, guys, so step number one, you need to run the cables. We call it the cabling. Step number two, it's IP addressing. What does it mean by IP addressing? It means giving your computers specific number or unique number, like in order for you to identify them, right? Now, when you are done with giving them their specific numbers, what you need now to do, you need to test the connectivity. So the last step is testing the connectivity, right? How to test the connectivity? Because you're using the simulator, you go to any computer, you go to command prompts, you click once, now you are going to test the connectivity. So if that computer can communicate to the other computer. Now for you to test the connectivity, we do have a specific command. That command is called ping. Don't worry for now. Ping is a command for testing the connectivity between network devices or between like objects, right? So it's just a software that knows how to test the connectivity between devices. Now I'm gonna type ping 192.168.1.2. What does it mean? It's like when you're on a phone somebody, right? You need to precise his number. This is the meaning. So you're gonna say ping the phone number of that person you wanna reach. So from here, we're gonna say ping space the IP address of the destination. Now you press enter. Now from here, don't worry about all those lines of results that are coming out. The most important now for now, you need to read here. Packet sent. Okay, it looks small. Let me just change my configuration. It's where I cannot see something first. Too small. Sometimes you cannot see properly. Okay, my font, I want to make it big. What else I have to fix? Okay, I'm gonna put it on 16. The color, text, okay. Wait, okay. Let me try to see if it's gonna be because I reset it because it looks like it's very small. Okay, now it's big, right? So the command that I was using is this one. So ping, and you press like enter, right? And you wait. Don't worry about whatever that is coming out. And the last one, you're gonna read here. Packet sent 4, received 4, and lost 0. It means those two computers can communicate, right? Very easy, guys. You just pick up two computers, you run the cable, so you plug your cable, you give them an IP address, and you test the connectivity, right? So I'm gonna write down those steps for you. So the lab number 1 was, we call it lab 1, connections of two computers, right? So the steps for step 1 is coupling. Step 2, IP addressing or unique number. And step 3, it was what? It was testing the connectivity. Testing the connectivity by using which command? The command ping command, right? That was like our exercise number 1. So guys, no stress. You just created your first network in less than 5 minutes. If you understand this, wherever you are going to go, even if you have 100 computers, you will know in your mind that I have to follow my steps. Step number 1, I have to run my cables. Step number 2, I need to assign those IP addresses in order for them to identify my component or my object. And the last step, I have to make sure that computers can communicate between them by testing, right? So I'm going to give you the exercise number 2, and we are going to do the exercise number 2 just to see if you are good now. Okay, let number 2 now, because you are mature now, you know a few stuff now, we are going to connect 4 computers. Connections of 4 computers, right? 4 computers. So what does it mean? It means maybe your company, when you started, your company had only 2 users or 2 workers. Now your company is growing, there are now 4 workers. Now you need to add more computers because there are 2 more offices, right? So now what can you do in this particular case, right? Let's go to our simulator, right? Okay, now because there are 4 users, okay, let's just start fresh. We're gonna need 4 computers. We are going to drag and drop 4 computers, just fast. Now, because you have 4 computers, now what we're gonna need a centralized device. We're gonna need a centralized device. We're gonna need another device where like all the computers will be connected to. And that device, we're gonna call it a switch. So what does it mean? You got 4 offices, you say, okay guys, there are 4 workers, 4 computers. Okay, because there are 4 computers, I need to buy a centralized device. So I need like to buy a switch. Where am I gonna connect those computers, right? So you're gonna buy a switch. You just go to the shop, you pick up a switch. So a switch is a network device that will come with ports, right? Now from the simulator, you're gonna come here where it says like switches, and remember there are so many types of switches that we're going to see. But for now, just pick up the first one. We call it the 2950 switch. If you go to shop, you ask for 2950 Cisco switch, it's going to be there. Now you just put your switch there, and when you are done, you have a switch, you have the computers. Now you have to run the cables. Step number 1, remember guys, it's cabling. You click on connections. Now remember, now we are using like a computer to a switch. So we cannot pick up this crossover. We're gonna pick up a straight cable, this one. You just click once, you go to the first computer, you plug, you go to your switch. For now, we're gonna use like any port. You just click there, right? You just like click like anywhere, like to any port for now, because there is no requirement, right? Okay, you are done with step number 1. You are done running the cables. Even if you have like 10 floors, maybe a building has like 10 floors, like some offices are upstairs, downstairs, and so on, you're gonna just run the cable. You go to the 10th floor, you go where there is that computer, you plug your cable there, you run the cable to the switch, and you plug again. Very easy for you, right? When you are done like plugging the cables, right? Step number 2, remember, unique number, IP addressing. Every device from the network needs a specific number or unique number. So you do the same, you go to computer number 1, desktop, like IP, you're gonna give it an IP address. Don't forget the subnet mask. Remember the last one I'm gonna change, like 2.3.4 and so on. You go to the second one, you do the same. Let's do it a bit fast. Hey, it's already second. I'm gonna change it there. It's gonna be 3. To the third one. Okay. It's gonna be 4. Okay. The last one. 25. Yes, step number 2. Okay, you are done. Now the last step, remember guys, when you are done running the cables, you are done assigning your objects, the IP addressing. The last step, guys, is testing the connectivity. You cannot say, okay, I'm done with my work, I'm going. No, you have to make sure computers can communicate. You have to make sure that you can communicate to the wireless access points and so on. But how to test those connectivities, right? How to test, you must go to command prompt, you use the command ping. So as I said, ping is just a piece of software. It's just a software that knows how to test the connectivity between devices. So I'm gonna go maybe to computer 1. I'm going to go to command prompt. I'm gonna use the command ping 192.168.1.5. So I wanna test, so if my computer can talk to computer number 5, that way I'm putting the IP address of computer number 5, right? When you are done, you press enter, right? Now, the most important information from now, because you're still beginners, right? It's here. Packet sent, packets, those are the messages. You sent 4, You received 4, lost it's 0. It means the connectivity is good. You don't lose anything. But if you can see lost 1, lost 2, means you are losing some of the messages or packets. And you have to try to figure out what's going on. Right? So guys, this is how easy my stuff is. And yes, so we are done with lab number 2, right? Lab number 2, remember again, we did the same steps, right? But remember here, we did connect the PC to what? To a switch, right? To a switch, right? Yes. So this is how you need to practice. Remember guys, you have to download the simulator. So if you got difficulties on how to download the simulator or whatever that I'm explaining, contact me via email. The link will be on the video, right? You're going to see it like on the description, and you let me know, right? And yeah, this is our exercise number 2. Now I can even add, because we still have more time. We're going to go to lab number 3, exercise number 3, right? But before going to exercise number 3, let's talk about the benefit of having a network. Benefit of a network, right? Benefit of a network. What are some of the benefits when you connect those objects? When you connect your computers, your printers, what are the benefits, right? Number 1, it's cost reduction. You are reducing the cost. Remember guys, 100 people, 100 users can use one printer, right? It's because of the network, because you can connect those computers to the same network. So we are reducing the cost because there is no need to buy like every printer for everywhere. Number 2, when you're talking about like cost reduction, remember guys, you can use one camera for everybody. Everybody can use the same camera and observe what's going on, right? I cannot go further. Number 2, it's time consuming, right? There is no need for you to go to 10th floor, pick up some notes or pick up some report and so on. Because we are connected, we can share files, we can share whatever that we want, right? No need for you to go around the floors, around the buildings. No, I'm looking this, I want to see this guy, I want to see this. No, because of the power of networks, we can share stuff, right? Yeah, so those are the mosts, right? But there are a lot that has benefit, right? And there are also security, right? When you have a network, you can control what people are doing. You can control whatever that guys are doing inside your company. So when you have a company, you know whatever that people are doing, right? You can control them. You can decide what they can do with their computers, with the system, right? It's one of the benefits also. Security, time consuming, cost reduction. You can talk about backup also, right? It's so easy to save workers, staff, and even if there's a problem, it's so easy to recap or to recover whatever that they lost and so on, right? So cost reduction, time consuming, security, and backup, right? Those are the benefits. So guys, let me give you my email address. I don't want to give you, I'm going to give you my personal email. Sometimes my work email don't work properly. Yes, yeah, this is my email address. For any issue, you can contact me, and this is my WhatsApp number. You can also contact me plus 27 62 937 1122, right? Remember, wherever you go, wherever you are, you can be in Morocco, you can be in Paris, you can be in UK, WhatsApp me and I will come back to you. If you want more exercises, you can contact me. I will send to you some of the exercises related to this particular topic. Remember, guys, it's only for 2 weeks, and like in 2 weeks, you're going to get your certificate. You're going to be certified as a junior technician, and you cannot even have difficulties when it comes to basic jobs and so on, right? For those who are speaking French, I'm going to do also the same video, but in French. I'm not sure because I'm a bit sick. So if I can get better soon, I will record another video for French people that's gonna be available soon. But for Monday, I'm going back to work, so I will be a bit busy, but I will do my best to upload all the videos. So you are going to be able to finish my videos and write my final exam and get your certificate of completion. So thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.